At small forward, Evan Turner. At the other forward position, Alpha Luke. At center, Yusuf Nurkic. At shooting guard, CJ McCollum. At the other guard position, Damian. Head coach of the team is Terry Stotts.
At the power forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 0, Marquise Chris. Starting at the upper forward position, standing 6'8", number 7, Carmelo Anthony. At the center position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 15, Clint Capella. At the point, 6'0", number 3, Chris Paul. Let's hear it for your Houston Rockets.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. After this game, the Rockets head back out on the road. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season. Last year was a lopsided affair as they were able to take all 4 games in the series, earning the sweep.
And they swept the season series against this group last season. Pretty impressive stuff.
It's been a nice clean game, huh?
And it's going to be the Trailblazers off the tip. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Evan Turner is out there with Aminu, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. We've already seen a few players make, Brent, a big leap over last year. Their hard work is really paying off.
The interesting thing over the past few years is just how intricate the off-season training is for players. And this is why I think the evolution of the game feels like it's been sped up. So many specialized coaches, so much time that guys want to work on facets of their game that are opening up opportunities. And with so much space that's on the floor for guys, we get to see those skill sets a little bit more often on a nightly basis. Awesome to see that players continue to strive to maximize their potential.
I agree. Here's Aminu after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Nurkic a screen on Harden. Here's McCollum. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Pulls it up. Here's Chris. And Chris throws it down.
He has the tools and the physical advantages. Marquise Chris wanting to be more active on the offensive glass.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by Paul. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. A 3 from McCollum. No good on that one. And Houston the other way now. Throws it up high. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And it's Paul missing.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control isn't, and you need both elements working together.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Nurkic. Yusuf Nurkic, a free agent this past summer. A lot of big men, Brent, on the market, and he flew under the radar.
Well, this team knows maybe how good Nurkic can be because they see him in practice all the time. They're just looking for a little bit more consistency in terms of the effort from him. The next few seasons of his development was really going to be a critical part of Nurkic's career.
Good work defensively by Capella.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Dishes it to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard, and the jumper falls for him.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Paul kicks to Anthony. Shoots over Turner. Bank shot, no good.
Got to get out his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Here's Lillard. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Indiana.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Here's Anthony. The Rockets with another miss.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Lillard from outside. And it's Lillard again missing. Nice D from Lillard. Portland leading. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Mike D'Antoni. David, what do you have to say?
And coach had nothing but praise for his players, saying, "They've done everything I've asked. They put in the extra work in practice, trying to turn their weaknesses into strengths. That's showing up in the win column." As a coach, Kevin, that's probably the best you can ask for. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks.
That's a time where coaches are telling you wrap up the offensive player. Hard to do with Carmelo Anthony, so strong when going to the rim.
Well, most figured Melo would go to the Rockets after the buyout trade to Atlanta last summer. He's playing for a coach he used to butt heads with in New York with Mike D'Antoni. Melo has some proving to do this year, whether he wants to acknowledge it or not.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Carmelo Anthony, one of the most formidable scorers ever. Top 20 in points all time in NBA history.
Now, here's Lillard, and a wide open look for McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
That's just a solid screen from the big fella Nurkic there, which ultimately frees up some space for the shot.
Paul kicks to Anthony. Shoots over Turner. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And when you think about Melo's scoring back to the basket, facing up, so versatile as a scorer.
A combination of strength, quickness, and touch that you rarely see. He can go around you, through you, or shoot it right over you.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor. No matter what's going on around, he's still going to be a gamer.
Harkless is checked in for Portland. He hits both from the strike.
Take a look at the history of the Portland Trailblazers, and part of the NBA since 1970, and the phrase Rip City, which has stuck with the team ever since winning that title back in 1977.
Capella with it, guarded now by Harkless. A shot by Paul, no good.
Yeah, a bit frigid to begin this one. Just can't make anything to get the game started.
Now Capella looking for his first basket still in this one. Poked away. Nurkic with the steal. From downtown, Paul grabs the board. And for the Blazers, a lot of ups and downs with their history.
A lot of wins, but the franchise has been a bit cursed with some major injuries in the last 15 years. You think of guys like Greg Oden, the first pick in the draft, Bill Walton back in the 70s, and the ankle injuries that he had to deal with. That young team felt like they were going to run the West for quite some time, and those injuries really hurt and devastated the fan base in Portland.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
McCollum outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got a couple of threes now in the first for Portland. There's the pass to Anthony. Over Harkless. Good on the 7-footer. Anthony's got 9 points.
Bully ball in action as Melo gets himself way deep into the paint where he knows he can score.
Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. And here's McCollum for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Rockets, Nene comes in for Clint Capella, and Gordon subbed in for Marquise Chris. Lillard against Paul. Shoots from the elbow. No good that time, and the Rockets take it the other way.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, Petier, to start the game.
Anthony, the pass to Paul. Anthony sets the pick for Paul. 6 to shoot. Back to Anthony. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Lillard.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Portland again missing. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Indiana. And Anthony gets it to go.
Melo likes to get to the pull-up. He uses that dribble so very well at establishing space and then lets it rip.
Now here's Lillard. The step-back jumper is good. Lillard's got his second bucket tonight.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game. As you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
And the shot is good.
Right now, Melo is just feeling it, scoring at will and dominating the offense.
All against Lillard. Traps in the tray. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Nene. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Brent, we have bigs playing a different kind of game in the NBA now.
It feels like skill is taking over, and even last year in the playoffs, so much talk for us about the idea of not being able to play a big center, right? Not being able to play a post-up center or a rim-protecting center. These players have to be mobile. They have to be able to set screens and roll down the lane, and they have to be able to switch out, most importantly, defensively to guard the most talented scorers in the league. So the center position is now becoming a more skilled position where teams take their best 4-man and slide them down to the 5, a la Draymond Green or sometimes Giannis with Milwaukee, to make sure that they can make the most impact while they're on the floor.
Good examples. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Houston. Mike comes in for Paul. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Leonard, he's checked in for Nurkic. Nick Stauskas comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And Curry subbed in for Lillard.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys. And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Basket counts. Curry's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
The shot by Nene, no good.
Now, somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
And Leonard gets it to go.
I feel like when Myers Leonard plays significant minutes, he can get himself into the rhythm of the game. That's when a lot of his better offensive rebounding games come.
Now here's Green. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers. On the wing, Gordon. Nene down low. Curry meets him. Offensive rebound. Nene dishes to Knight. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Harkless with it. Anthony on him. There's the pick. Stauskas, the pass to McCollum. Leonard sets a screen for McCollum. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. Gets a little lazy about what it could be.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. Another miss by Houston.
Got to make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. The defense was just okay.
A three from McCollum. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Left side, Gordon. Green inside. He's guarded by McCollum. Shot to stop the run, and the basket by Gordon. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's McCollum. Rockets with the rebound.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Rockets have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
At the line for 2. Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one.
He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
Stauskas' shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Curry against Knight. Curry kicks to McCollum. Leonard with a screen on Knight. Back to McCollum, looking to end the run. Nailed from three-point land. McCollum's got 12 in the game.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Green passes to Tucker. Out tonight. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Stolen by Tucker. Puts one up from 19. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Up top, Curry. And McCollum launches it from deep. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Carmelo Anthony getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. and he looks to be planning for more. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the key.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Their efforts have been rewarded here after one. Winning the battle over second chance points has them ahead on the scoreboard.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got McCollum. Harkless is out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Stauskas in at the 3 slot. Houston leading by 4. Green passes to Tucker. Back to Green. That shot is off. Good D by McCollum. Curry wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Green kicks to Nene. They set the pick. Green dishes to Ennis. And some nice passing there by Houston. From 12 feet out. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trailblazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense. Now in his 7th year with the Blazers, they've had a lot of success under Coach Stotts.
Here's Tucker. Curry with the defensive effort. Trailblazers trail by 4. Stauskas, the pass to Leonard. And the rebound goes to Nene. Nene's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. Chris comes in for Brandon Knight. And a switch here also for Evan Turner. He's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Outside, Green. Capella sets a screen for Green. There's the 3. That's good from Chris on the assist by Green. Chris has got 5.
A big man showing off his range there. Marquise Chris knows he has the touch to bury that kind of shot.
Stauskas kicks to Curry. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Ennis. And Houston again with the bucket.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Curry passes to Stauskas. Harkless with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Curry. There's the pick. Pocket 4. Leonard. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
There's a screen by Chris. Tucker can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 9. Harkless with it. Now Green defending. Harkless dishes to Turner. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Turner does a good job of just winding his way and burrowing to the rim. And a good job finishing down low.
Green, the screen. Here's Ennis. To the middle. Here's Tucker. That's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. For the Rockets, James Harden, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker, and Chris Paul's subbed in for Green. Portland also making some changes. Nurkic checked in for Myers Leonard. Aminu comes in for Harkless, and Damian Lillard is subbed in for Stauskas. Off the inbound pass, and Chris throws it down.
Well, Marquise Chris is becoming one of those guys you got to see when he's jamming it down.
Paul against Lillard. Over Paul. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Rockets leading by 9. Now here's Ennis. Kicks it out to Paul. Harden inside the three-point line. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
Paul against Lillard. Screen by Capella. Lets it go with a 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. So many modern offenses no longer rely on a point guard to initiate the play. Tell us a little bit more. Walk us through that process.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, are getting more towards motion offenses, almost playing in a secondary break where you've either coming off a score, you're coming down the floor, the point guard gets off the ball, and with all the players moving around and with the multifaceted skill set of your small forward and your power forward who's now playing at the point, distributing the ball, setting screens, DHO. Because of that skill set, you don't really have the heavy reliance on point guard domination with the basketball, setting up every play, and being the only playmaker on the floor. Now you have 3 and sometimes 4 getting that job done.
Harden can't hit.
Now, those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And it's good, 2 points. And now a 12-point Rocket lead.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
And here is Curry. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. Houston making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Now, Nurkic. He had 10 points in the win against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
And the second free throw, good. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
Here's Capella. Another shot. Harden, no good. Trailblazers trail by 13. Here's Turner. Rebound by Anthony. Pass to Chris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Marquise Chris has potential oozing from his fingertips. So exciting and so athletic at that 4 spot.
When you watch Marquise Chris, Brent, this is a guy who really teases you with his talent, with his athleticism.
Yeah, well, a lot of the highlights for Marquise Chris have the ball being thrown and Marquise Chris finishing off with big dunks. The interesting thing for him is what position does he play in today's game? Can he become a stretch 4, Kevin, to find some minutes and be consistent with knocking down long-range jump shots? The pace of play certainly could help out Marquise Chris with that athleticism that you referred to.
Young, rangy big man. Chris possesses a nice skill set, and I think the potential to be a terrific player in our league.
Gordon's checked in for Clint Capella. Both good from the line that time. And 6'10" forward Marquise Chris, the 8th overall pick in 2016 out of the University of Washington.
And you know, Kevin, it was almost like he took a step back in year 2. The guy's an athletic pogo stick, but you're going to need more than just size and leaping ability if you want to succeed in this league.
Al Paul after the missed 3 from Evan Turner.
Man, it seemed like Marquise Chris was not going to be denied, and he wasn't.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now a timeout called by Portland.
You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards, I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well. Well, a chance here to check out Chris Paul. He's coming off an excellent season. 2nd in free throw percentage, 6th in assists, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And back to his free throw shooting percentage, 2nd in the league. I never saw lapses in his concentration at all. Always completely focused, completely automatic. And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He'd never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it. I mean, Mo Pete, J.J. Redick, guys who were great shooters, but really more off-the-ball players. Chris needed to be that kind of a playmaker, but with Harden, he has someone just as gifted at creating baskets for himself and others.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Trailblazers trail by 15. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Curry with it. And it's Harden picking him up. The shot by Turner, no good.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
And stolen by Lillard. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. James Harden, number 1. 4th, Damian Lillard.
And what an option either of those two guys give you. They're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
Houston leading by 15. Shoots a fader. And it's Gordon missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Nurkic. And Anthony sends it back.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block. Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Nurkic kicks to Curry. The Rockets pull it in. Anthony's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Thursday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, the Los Angeles Lakers will come into town.
In that matchup against the Bucks, you know they're going to want to make a statement in that contest. Taking down the top team in the East would definitely turn some heads.
No good on the free throw. Nene, he's checked in for Marquise Chris. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Trailblazers trail by 15. The shot by Curry, no good.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. They dodged the bullet there.
Turner with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one's on Anthony.
Well, you got quicks, you got instincts, and you got aggression. Damian Lillard capable of taking over just about any time he wants. Obviously, Damian Lillard is the type of player who can carry an offense, ball in his hands at all times, and he can pick and choose where it is that he wants to spot up on the floor, manipulate a pick and roll, and just start to get devastating in terms of getting to the rim and mixing up some coverages for the defense.
He throw good, Damian Lillard. And with Lillard, as you said, almost 20 shots a game for him the past few seasons.
Well, that's near the top of the list amongst point guards and usage rate, but I don't think Damian Lillard minds it all that much. A lot of his shots are three-pointers, and a lot of those threes are pretty deep, Kevin. You couple that shooting ability with the ability he has to create, and the offense starts to find its way into a good rhythm.
Last season, Damian Lillard continuing to put up big numbers. Took a while for him to find his groove, but he eventually got there.
Yeah, a lot of chatter last year about Lillard switching up his diet, going vegan for a little while, and then he switched back. Said he was losing a little bit too much in terms of his total body weight, and felt like he needed to get some of that strength back.
Aminu. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now, here's Aminu. Following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Goes back up. Here's Nurkic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Nurkic has got 6 points.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Paul passes to Harden. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. That's tipped.
Well, a great shot blocker from the combo forward. Aminu's length helping him there.
Over in the corner, Lillard. Outside, Turner. Nurkic, a screen on Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Out of hand on it.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
And Greg, another free agent this past summer was Chris Paul. Many unsure of what his plans might be, but he made them very clear in a hurry.
Paul signing very early in free agency with the Rockets. Huge 4-year deal worth $160 million. Rockets are in win now mode, and we're willing to commit the money to Paul to give them a shot at winning a title in the next few seasons.
And the first one drops.
At this point in his career, Chris Paul is all about trying to get that elusive championship. Will play whatever role it takes to get that mission done.
And the Rockets make change here. Tucker's checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Leonard, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Harkless comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Nick Stauskas is subbed in for Evan Turner.
And any discussion about CP3 has to start with his hands. The dribble moves, all the steals he gets, he uses his hands better than just about anybody.
McCollum, no good.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth. Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Lillard against Paul, and Lillard kicks to Leonard. McCollum outside. Leonard with a screen on Paul. Lillard. Trailblazers keep it alive. Stauskas with the bucket. Houston leading by 16. Gordon dishes to Nene. Houston moving the ball around. Two open that time. Made it look too easy. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is why you love Chris Paul running your offense. Just move without the ball, find some space, and the ball will find you.
Now here's McCollum. A 29-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
And he gets it to go. And it's 9 points for James Harden.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
McCollum against Harden. Leonard with a screen on Harden. Three-pointer, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 14 points for the game.
Smart patience by Lillard there. Could have tried to beat the defender on his own, but instead uses that screen to get the look.
And so it's Houston with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, it's been a grinded-out game. What have you seen from your team so far?
Well, we're competing. You know, neither team's really shooting the ball that well, but both teams are playing hard.
Energy always leads to good results. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A fantastic first quarter from Carmelo Anthony. He ended up with 15 points, 2 steals, and 6 rebounds. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, one thing we saw, Carmelo has a lot left. Beats you in the high post, low post, screen, and pop. Dangerous from 3. And also good endurance in the first half, given how much he played.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
Yeah, those extra possessions, considering how hard it can be sometimes to find offense, become invaluable.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Anthony, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot manning the middle. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Now here's Paul, following the missed shot by Nurkic. Harden, no good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor. And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contested.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, coming off a terrific season. 3rd in free throw shooting, 4th in scoring, and he ranked in the top 10 in assists. An incredible knack
for drawing defenders and finding the open man.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, it's about confidence when you're at the line. You've always said it. He had it. That's how he ended up with the top 3 ranking. That's good from Chris. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Trailblazers trail by 19. Aminu, no one around him. Portland again missing.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
There's a screen by Chris. Anthony's shot is off.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
And it's no secret that Paul is an energetic defender, constantly swiping at the ball and ripping away steals.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Over Harden. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 14 points for C.J. McCollum. Anthony, the pass to Paul. Over Lillard. Paul with the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 21.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Harden, no good. The Trailblazers have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. It's stolen by Capella. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got 11.
This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
Down low, Nurkic. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Capella.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Free throw good from Harden.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably 1 or 2 possessions they'd love to have back, but on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
Let's get last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Second is Clint Capella.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Evan Turner, the former number 2 pick out of Ohio State, you know, he actually has a utility knife for this team. He can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And with Turner, as you mentioned, Greg, he can play both wing spots and does whatever you need from him on offense.
Well, you like what he's playing in the post and bullying small wings. Much better from that area of the floor than from outside. He also can act as a playmaker, very adept at running the pick and roll.
Both free throws good from Turner.
And the leadership that Evan Turner offers up can be a huge bonus. This is a guy who continues to accept and play well within his role.
Paul's shot is off. The Trailblazers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. The Rockets again can't hit. The Trailblazers shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. There's the screen. Screen by Nurkic. And here's McCollum for 3. Rockets with the rebound. Cabela's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And he recovers it. Paul passes to Chris. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 6th assist on the night. Chris has gone 2 of 3 shooting from deep here. Passes it to Nurkic. Screen by Nurkic. McCollum against Harden. Here's Nurkic. Takes it from 10, and the shot goes in. Nurkic has got 8.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Got a piece of it. Nurkic with the steal. Aminu with it. Working on Chris. Turner. Not going to go that time. Anthony with the defensive effort. Over in the corner, Paul. Off target with his 3. The Trailblazers have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Count that one.
And Nurkic testing his luck from the mid-range.
Rockets leading by 23. Paul outside. And it's Anthony at the elbow. Back to Paul. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Paul's got 4 points this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the basket by McCollum. Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Here's Paul. He's got 10. Kicks it to Anthony. Knocked loose and stolen by Lillard. And the pass to Nurkic. Now on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Portland shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Ennis, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Green in for James Harden. Houston leading by 19 points. On the wing, Green shoots over Curry. Another miss by Houston.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade. I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Here's Ennis after the made shot from Evan Turner. Fades back, and that one's good. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
So for the Trailblazers, Leonard, he's checked in for Aminu. And Harkless is subbed in for Evan Turner. And stolen by Chris. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent out on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
Well, we saw this same kind of attack in the last game. Ferocious effort in back-to-back outings.
Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
And for the matchup with the Pacers, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
The first free throw is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Houston leading by 19 points. Green kicks to Ennis. Screen by Capella. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 9.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes to get a hand up on the three-point shot, but in this case, that didn't even affect it.
Houston's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And it's Green missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Curry. And that one clearly foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And a moment here to check out some numbers for Nurkic. He had a strong showing last season. 10th in blocks. And he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. Houston making some changes. Nene comes in for Clint Capella. And it's Gordon in for James Ennis. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Portland. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Rockets leading by 20. Paul passes to Tucker. Over Harkless. But he gets it back.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Gordon kicks to Paul. To the middle. Goes back up. It's tipped. Top Leonard. Good on the shot.
And good passing. Setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And for Houston, they're shooting 40% from the field. Outside, Green. Pass to Tucker. Fader on the way. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Trailblazers trail by 20. And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's a guy, second-round pick back at 06. Spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Aminu's checked in. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Second, Chris Paul. Damian Lillard, third.
And how about the work both of them put in from the foul line? Just such a consistent, dependable performance from both.
Moment here now for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on C.J. McCollum. David?
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Portland provided some information. Right now, he's saying it might be a severely sprained ankle, which is something every player hates to hear. He won't return to this game, and he could be looking at a very long recovery process. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
Yeah, we always think about when players go down, how terrible a blow it can be for the team. We wish him well and hope he's on the floor quickly.
Now here's Harkless. Aminu missing his last shot. One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking, and of course this league has always done that. Adam has found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
And he sinks the second. Houston leading by 19 points. Paul with the screen for Gordon. At the elbow, Paul. The shot that time not on target. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Nobody near Leonard. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter. Gordon kicks it to Tucker. Nene, the screen. Tucker can't get it to go.
It looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
Lillard with the bucket.
And we could be having one of those nights where he becomes the one-man show for his ball club. You just don't need to tell him to keep scoring. He'll do it.
Now here's Paul. He's got 12. Nene with the screen on Lillard. Here's Paul, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Damian Lillard.
Shooting for Houston, Chris Paul. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Paul. Houston making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And Paul drills both of them.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
It's tipped. Ball against Lillard to the inside. Makes it off the glass.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so here is Houston. 15-point game. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. Hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Anthony can't hit.
Well, even though he missed, you like seeing him taking that kind of shot. The defense must be better.
Aminu misses. Houston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Paul against Lillard. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Looking here at some numbers for Eric Gordon. How he performed last season. Averaged about 18 points a game. 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
And the first one at the line is good.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Curry passes to Harkless. He kicks to Lillard. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. There's a good screen. Nene with the screen on Lillard. Here's Paul. They get it back. Nene. And Nene slams it in.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, GA, he does not waste one of them.
Well, you love the NBA, but some of these guys have the DNA. He also outworks everybody. Filthy combination. That's like milk on a hot day. Just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
A shot by Paul, no good. Trailblazers trail by 18. Here's Leonard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Houston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And it's Green with the jam.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And there's the call on Nene. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Shooting for Portland, Mo Harkless. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Harkless. James Harden. He's checked in for Green. And he makes both free throws. Houston leading by 18. Harden with it. 14 points for him. Pass to Paul. Over Lillard. And it comes off the front of the rim. And so it's the Houston Rockets holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Myers Leonard is out there with Aminu. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Turner in at the point. Paul. He can't hit that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Feeds it to Harkless. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Paul kicks to Nene. On the wing, Harden. Outside Anthony. Nene, the screen, off the pick. Off the left rim and out.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
And nicely done, running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
Trailblazers trail by 14. Harkless the pass to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
One thing you notice about Leonard, he shouldn't be just a good outside shooter. He has the wingspan and verticality to be a factor at the rim.
Now here's Nene. Gordon inside. Defended by Harkless. Clock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Houston, James Harden. At the line for 2.
Gentlemen.
That free throw missing. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. Chris in for Chris Paul. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Nurkic is checked in. He hits the second from the line. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Outside Turner. Pass to Curry. The 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Chris has got 5 rebounds tonight. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Connects from 3-point range.
Gordon gets the pass there and takes off for the jump shot before the defense could react.
Here's the screen. And Turner kicks to Curry. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists in the game. Anthony right side. The 11-footer. Second chance effort, and it's laid in by Gordon. Gordon's got 5 points now this quarter.
Great finish from Gordon in traffic. You like to see the smaller guys operate down low as long as they're patient.
And again, the Rockets good for 2.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Curry against Gordon. Nurkic setting the pick for Turner. There's the pass to Harkless. Taken away by Anthony. It's stolen by Aminu. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Damian Lillard's checked in for Harkless.
Damian Lillard.
Trailblazers trail by 17. Screen by Nurkic. Aminu with the screen on Harden. Lillard misses. Rockets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Chris. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And Chris finding a nice rhythm in this game and getting to the spots on the floor where he can be most effective.
Now here's Curry. The dish to Nurkic. That shot no good. Good work defensively by Capella. Gordon the pass to Capella. It's stolen by Aminu. Here's Turner. Portland again missing. Houston leading by 19. Here's Chris. And another 3 for Houston.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Inside. Nurkic can't hit. Houston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And Anthony gets it to go.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Screen by Nurkic. Harden against Lillard. Back to Curry. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance you string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
And he's just working and working, tireless.
Portland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Houston with a big group substitution here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Clint Capella. P.J. Tucker comes in for Carmelo Anthony. James Ennis, he'll check in for Eric Gordon. And it's Brandon Knight in for James Harden. Here's Layman. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Down low and stolen by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. They swipe it. And now here's Chris. He's guarded closely, and Ennis slams it in.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And Lillard gets it to go.
You know, Lillard's one of the smaller point guards in the league, but amongst traffic, he's willing to go in and challenge, and tough one there as he gets creative.
Here's Hartenstein. Knight for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got 3 assists in the game.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, not a bad time to be ripping the nets from distance, piling up some major points here.
Layman kicks to Swanigan. They set the pick. Off the pick. And the shot is long. Houston's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Well, there's a lot of talk, too, Brent, about the age requirement for entering the draft. And Commissioner Silver has said it's a clear change that's probably on the way. What do you think the league should do?
Can you and I talk about a guy that you know quite well who in 1995 came out as the
17-year-old? I know
in
it.
the NBA draft. Kevin Garnett came into the league and handled himself extremely well. Now, for every one of those stories, we know there were other ones where guys did not make much of their NBA careers.
But then here comes the G League.
The G League, to me, is the huge key.
That's the equalizer.
A lot
isn't
of
it?
these guys have a ripcord now for some of those things that transpired over the course of the last 30 years, where they can have a softer landing point to continue to develop, to continue to mature, and have an opportunity to make something of their NBA career.
Excellent explanation. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Houston. No good on the second free throw. And he finally knocks one down. Portland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. There's a screen by Collins. There's a screen. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
Yeah, really trying to sell it out there, but the official just, he ain't buying.
Rockets have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Knight passes to Green, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, they're just absolutely getting anything and everything that they want out there. They have not let up.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it
with the triple, shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Now, here is Knight. He dishes it to Green. Knight on the wing for three. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. Ennis has got 4 assists now tonight.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Swanigan. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players physically?
I think it's putting strain on everybody. I think last year we saw
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games, because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Here's Green, a 3 off the inbound, and Lehman pulls it down.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Back to Lillard. Launches a 3. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Kicks it to Green. Pass to Hartenstein. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
Yeah, that's a nice response there, leaving a voicemail in return from the 3-point line. Looks like we're seeing similar game plans right now.
Green, the screen. Here's Knight. The shot will not fall. And it's Portland the other way. To the middle. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as light and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all?
Not really. It's a little off-putting some games where you just flip on and your
trying
brain's
to figure out where they exactly.
Where is this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys they had, it's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor.
Free throw good, Green. Nene, he's checked in for Houston. Both free throws good from Green. And for Portland, they're shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Here's Trent. And the 3 off target. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
There's a good screen. Fires the 3. He can't get it to go. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Lillard. Dishes it to Leonard. Down low, Collins. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, Myers Leonard at that size can look over the top of the defense, so a good job of finding his teammates there.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Houston.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
Guys are slimming down, it seems, Brent, to play at a faster pace. And we hear more and more players are using a plant-based diet now.
Vegan-style players.
Maybe not quite to that extent, but they are certainly very, very cautious about what they're putting in their bodies.
I think we just hear more stories about some of the things that players are trying in order to get themselves to their athletic peak. And one of those things, of course, one of the most important things is the fuel that you're going to put into your body, because that's your only tool. So I think guys just pay a little bit more attention to how it is they're feeding the system.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job and challenging it.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Houston.
Find the lanes.
One shot.
The throw good, Damian Lillard. Here's Nene. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Now, here's Collins. It's stolen by Ennis. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Knight kicks to Ennis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
That's his 2nd personal foul. Shooting for Houston, James Ennis. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. The Blazers on offense. Outside Leonard. They set the pick. He kicks it to Collins. Stolen by Tucker. Green dishes to Knight. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Carmelo, what did you like best about the win tonight?
We just played hard. We came out here ready to play. We jumped out there quick on the defensive end, and offensively we got it going again. And it was a great team win today, though.
Everybody contributing. Carmelo, thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.